It's Saturday, December 24th. Welcome to Pastor Bob Daly, and it's Christmas Eve today. Can you believe it? Well, some of you are beginning to celebrate already. Some of you, this is your biggest family event, the day before Christmas, Christmas Eve. And I hope you're having a wonderful season. You know, it's interesting. There are so many different ideas about Christmas, about how to celebrate it. So many different traditions as I travel around the world. I see some really different ways of celebrating Christmas, at least different from the way that we do it here in the United States. I was reading an article in the paper today where they were talking about the churches that have decided not to have a church service on Christmas Day. And they asked people, what do you think about that? And most of them thought it was horrible. Why would they close the church on Christmas Day? Actually, I think it's great. Christmas should be family time. And good for them for closing the doors and making people spend the time with their family. And people that don't have families ought to be invited to spend time with other families. We just put too much emphasis on the system and not enough on families. And I'm so glad, honestly, to see some churches saying, we're not going to have service today. I want you to spend time with your family. Good for you. I had another question here from Chris from Facebook. He said, I was talking to some friends about the birth of Jesus. A Catholic friend said that we Protestants don't put enough emphasis on Mary at Christmas. I think that we do by admiring her and Joseph's faith and willingness to do the Lord's will. What is the proper perspective on Jesus' earthly parents, and what lessons do we need to learn from them? Well, that's a packed question, isn't it? It's interesting to see all of the different ways that different denominations celebrate Christmas as well. Protestants get real critical of Catholics for putting too much emphasis on Mary, especially at Christmas. And Catholics think the Protestants should put more emphasis on Mary at Christmas. And then they're every extreme. I know people that say, I don't celebrate Christmas because we know that Christmas isn't really the birth date of Jesus, and that's probably very true. It's traditional. It was actually, Christmas was created to replace another holiday. And a lot of people believe that Jesus was most likely born sometime in September. But who knows? And some of you are going to write me emails and say, no, I think it's October, whatever. Please don't write that. I don't know what it is. I'm just saying there's a lot of controversy and there's a lot of people with opinions. And sometimes I think we spend so much time on these trivial questions that we miss the bigger picture. Now, to answer Chris here, I think we do put some emphasis on Mary and Joseph at Christmas. They were amazing people. What happened to them was incredible. And their faith really should be admired at Christmas. But Christmas is really all about the death of Jesus Christ. That's really what it's about. It's really not about the baby born in a manger. It's really not about Mary and Joseph so much. It's not about any of that. It's about the baby that came into the world as a human being who was fully God as well and died for our sins. Easter's the one we really celebrate. Easter's the one that is the Christian holiday, the Christian celebration, because it's the death of death. And this was just the beginning of his life on earth. So, not that we shouldn't celebrate Christmas, not that it's not an important holiday, but it's not the most important one. The most important one is Easter, because that's the reason he came. So folks, what do you do at Christmas? I think the most important thing you can do, listen to me, is spend time with family and friends and celebrate our faith together, whatever that might be. Don't let little things divide you at Christmas, denominations and customs and all of those things. Find some common bond and celebrate together. It's a great thing, folks, that we all worship the same Jesus, all of us Christians, whatever denomination you are. And you don't have to worry about what denomination you are when you get to heaven. God's not going to say, okay, the Baptists over here, the Lutherans over here, the Catholics over here, the Episcopalians over here. He's just going to say, welcome, good and faithful servant. Come on in. I'm looking forward to that day, aren't you? Well, have a great Christmas Eve. God bless you. Have a great day.